Alright, I've been looking forward to this experiment. We're doing testing with carbon foam today. And what I have is a piece of pie plate, aluminum pie plate. The temperature is 53, 54 degrees. And the fire brick is 54 degrees. So we're going to put that there. And we're going to measure, do a heat test on this carbon foam. And the carbon foam is, it's still, I've just done a test, it's still got a little bit of heat. Around 60 degrees. So about 8 degrees warmer than ambient, but what we're going to do is fire up the torch, and we're going to measure the temperature of the pie plate. We're testing for a potential difference. You want the flame too big because it'll mess up the experiment. So we can see that we're already at 900 degrees. I'm just measuring the carbon foam itself. You can probably see the red spot on it. 1200. So we're going to heat it up. Gets up to about 1450. My pie plate is hard to get an accurate reading on it. Measure the edge. $75, 78 degrees, depends. 80 degrees, under 100 degrees, eh? So very little heat transfer. It's fluctuating between around 80, 85. So it's pretty warm, 1200. Turn this up a little bit. $13. Should be breaking 1400. $13.50, $13.60. So I know it's about $13.50. Pie plate is under 100. So the average is fluctuating. So, still 950 on the top. Move it. The bottom is 98 degrees. See, give it 100 degrees. We're at 1350, so we got a potential difference of 1250 degrees. Should flip it over to the back side there. Maybe the aluminum foil didn't pick up all the heat. But still at the back side is saying 385 or so. I think, see what happened here is when I heated it up, it began to fracture. So the heat's been going through these fractures, but we know that it will resist. Okay, so we can see that's That's a success. We could see it's blocking out, say, 800 degrees Fahrenheit. So what we're going to do is take a handful of crushed foam. I better cool this off. Just going to put it on top of the snow there. Cool it off. Okay, it's cooled down. 57 degrees. Now we're going to take a handful of crushed carbon foam. This is made from Wonder Bread. Very precious stuff. And we're just going to flatten it out with this lid. So it's about 3/16. Temperature is 59, 60 degrees. Aluminum foil, about the same. We're going to do a repeat. Over 1,000, 1,100. The crushed carbon foam seems to absorb it quicker, but it still retains the same properties as if in solid form. We're breaking 1,300. 1,350. Let's take a reading on the metal. 89 degrees, 102 degrees. Well, let's crank it up a little bit here. You can see some smoke coming off because it's not fully carbonized. 1,400. 1425 thereabouts. 1430 on the high. Averaging 1453. I don't know if I can get it any higher or not. Measuring aluminum foil. 94 degrees, 95 degrees. Okay. Now we just dump that off of there. We don't want no residual. 175 degrees, 67. So we know that the center of the pipe plate is about double the heat. I'll say 150. You should take 1450 minus 150. That gives you 1350, 1300 degrees. Say 1200. So we can say we have a potential difference of at least 1200 degrees on crushed carbon foam. That's about 3/16. That wasn't even a quarter inch. So it's cooled down to about 400. So that's pretty good. I'm doing another test here. I have a piece of solid carbon foam made from breadcrumbs. I have it packed in. See if I can give you a view of it. That little baggie back there. So what we're going to do on the next test, I guess we could do it now. 10 minutes. So I'm gonna expose it. It's been sitting about 10 minutes. So got it wrapped up in plastic, so it's at 38 degrees. It's been packed all the way around with snow. You can actually see it warming up. The back side is the same, 37.5. And we know that our ambient temperature is around 56, 57. So it actually has absorbed about 20 degrees of coolness. I don't know what the working temperature is. So the next test would be to put it on the foil and put a snow pack on top. I don't have any ice with me. And see how much it blocks out. But it does absorb, I got it packed on both sides, about 20 degrees. So it's, I still have to figure out the numbers. So I'm thinking that either crushed or solid carbon foam, you got a huge potential difference, right? You can heat up one side very hot and the other side stays cool. So I need to phone some of the thermoelectric people that develop the Peltier modules. I need to ask them some questions. And if I have a product that I can superheat on one side and where it stays cool, room temperature on the other side, can I dope it with a semiconductor to make a Peltier device? So you never know, this could be a revolutionary breakthrough. I know in my spirit that we need other forms of cooling because it's going to get hot. We know that what Mike from around the world posted yesterday talking about the 12th of May this year. He didn't come out and say directly, but he alluded to the fact that Nibiru is going to be visible during the day and during the night time. And if so, that coincides with what Gil Bessard was saying. He was saying that this is going to cause the world to not just go into fear, but they're going to go into terror, because you know that Nibiru is the sign of Jonah's day, right? That's why from the king down to the least, they repented because they saw the sign in the heavens. And Nibiru has to do with ushering in the great and terrible day of the Lord, right? When people see it, it's going to cause people to repent and turn to the Lord or go the other way. No, God would rather have us repent and turn to Him or become cold and go the other direction. You know, there's no in-between between good and evil. You know, the time's coming, we're going to either be hot or cold. Going to end it here. This is Donald E. Taylor coming to you from here at my work 20 in Boston Bar on experimenting with the heating and cooling effects of carbon foam, sea foam.